Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tian Lee. I am a sophomore and I major in engineering. Today, I'm going to be explaining to you why I think Michael Jackson is the most influential performer of all time. You know, Michael Jackson, he's the king of pop. He's never going to be forgotten. He put out music that spoke to everyone's heart, and music, as we learned in class, it's the best art form of expression. And the music that he gave, like it spoke to everyone. He had music that was very diverse. It wasn't just the same thing, same topic. What he was talking about was always something different, and it was something that was really important to say to people. You know, uh, the black and white song that he had Beat It. That's a different story, but that's another meaning that he had inside of one of his songs. Uh, he had a thriller song. He didn't really like horror movies at all, but one of his friends, they influenced him to try it out, and that was a hit that everyone likes. Um, but he has the message that he gives, like whenever he performed live, his concerts were always full. They were always full. Even his family, they just loved him so much for like what he was doing as a solo artist instead of being in Jackson 5. He he came out whenever he performed. It really didn't matter what race or where you came from, because as soon as you stepped in that stage, it, it Michael Jackson's here. It's when you're in his presence, it's like all the problems that you had just goes away, because what he's about to say, and the voice and his actions, the way he danced, bro, it was all it was all something new. He did his own thing. He was the dances that he had. It was nothing like that everybody could do. That moonwalk, he it's like he's the number one walker. Although he learned that move from someone else. When everyone saw that, he was just known for that moonwalk. Um, and you know he the every time he had any songs that came out, people they were always waiting for some new Michael Jackson, new Michael Jackson here, new Michael Jackson there. Whenever that song, you already knew it was going to be good. Man, the moment that he died, it was a huge shock in the world. At that time, I was about that was about June 2009. So I was about 9 years old at that time, and I was a huge fan of Michael Jackson and my family. Like I had posters in my room. I still have a poster here with Michael Jackson, and my family, they got pictures, big posters in their living room about Michael Jackson. Like when he died, everyone stopped. They stopped their tracks. Like there was traffic, in the highways and everything. Everyone, they stopped their cars for him, and if you can stop and look at this video, you can see everyone's reaction to the moment that he died. You know, and so as you can see there were many different races that spoke about how they felt about him. Everyone loved him, and you can see there were so many people at Times Square that came just to see everything that happened. Then news, you saw that they had the big screens in New York. The news were with about Michael Jackson just popped up, and everyone once everyone saw it, it just froze. Everything froze. You know, nowadays, a lot of artists, they come out with music. They have music. You love it. You love it. And eventually the hype just goes away. Michael Jackson music, it's been about 11 years since his death, and it's still a big thing. You play a Michael Jackson song, everyone, you still get in that groove. um you never forget about Michael Jackson, because he left such a big gap that between like him and other artists, and like how he was so different from everyone, that like even in his death he still remembered. And that's, in my opinion, that's what makes someone a legend. For you to pass on and still be remembered, and leave behind stuff that that always going to be there. People like music now. You have a song, the hype comes up, and then it just goes away, because I think, in my opinion, like, the songs now are just about the same thing. And if like a new song comes out and it's the same, about the same thing, but it's just a different song. So now everyone is on that new song and forgets about the old one, because like, I have a new song about the same thing. Why would I listen to the old thing if I could listen to the new thing? But back then, the music that everyone came out with, it was generic. So you that's why now, music back in the old days, you never forget about those songs. Now, like, you think about, somebody plays a song, you was like, I forgot about that song. But you say something about Michael Jackson, about a song, you immediately know what song that is, because it's always there with you. Uh, Michael Jackson, he left behind such a big legacy, and that's why, in my opinion, he really just he's really a big performer that can never be forgotten. And that's why I feel like Michael Jackson is the best performer of all time. Thank you, and have a nice day.